absolutely crazy. She's pulling everything in there. So it's a Chinese alligator egg, guys.
They're tiny. What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. If you're new here, my name's Ryan.
And I'm Kyle.
And today is a very exciting day. So right now we are in the middle of egg laying season.
Yes, we are.
We just had the Nile legs, and what do we have now? I mean, this is a big day.
Yes, so the Chinese alligator is showing even further signs that she has laid. So yesterday she moved the nest a lot. She was getting protective, but she just she didn't have that gusto that she normally does when she lays. So we checked the nest. She didn't lay anything. So now she's on top of the nest, and what we were thinking is that she was just kind of starting that process yesterday, and last night she laid. Now you can see she is absolutely crazy. She's pulling everything in there. So you can see even the greenery, she pulled like fresh leaves. She pulled all this dirt back in there. She is absolutely crazy. And also her belly, it doesn't look super deflated like you can get with the snakes and lizards where they look like, you know, they had a liposuction. These guys just kind of, you know, they just have more of a deflated shape to them, but nothing like where it's noticeably obvious with a lot of lizards and snakes. All right, so without further ado, let's get in there and hopefully find a nest full of critically endangered Chinese alligator eggs. So when I come down, most likely she's gonna rush me. Hopefully she doesn't come too far, but we'll see.
She's already
Hey, get out of here. Get out of here. Oh! See, so even from yesterday to today, she is far more... Hey, easy with that shoot, sweetheart. She is far more aggressive, far more defensive, I should say. So she is definitely showing the true signs that she has deposited eggs in there. There's so many different signs between her really working on the nest, really being defensive. Now, when she grabbed that PVC pole...
Did she fuck her face up?
No, but she did drop a tooth. How many people can say they have an adult Chinese alligator tooth? So that is something that is quite special to me. And believe it or not, that's I need Christian here to tell me if that's probably a maxillary, or I don't know. Christian would know. But it's one of the biggest teeth on that crocodile, the crocodilian in that location. So believe it or not, that is a large tooth for a Chinese alligator. But you can see how, again, every time she retreats back to the nest. Yesterday, when we did this, I got her in the water and she stayed in the water. Whereas this, not that way. So she is really showing the signs that she has laid in. I hate to do this to her because she's a great mom, but this is a critically endangered species. It's really important to get every baby we can. And it's the best, most reliable way to artificially incubate the eggs. As I was talking about with the tooth earlier, that's not a big deal because these guys are always replacing teeth all the time. And again, just with her biting this, it's just like her biting a crab or a clam, just something harder. So it's very natural for them to pop out because they'll always have new teeth coming back in.
And guys, this is also, like Kyle said, a necessary evil. So even though we're annoying her, trying to get her in the water, this is very necessary because those eggs need to be collected and put in the incubator.
Go on, girl, go on. See if we...
And the fact that she's standing her ground definitely is a good sign that she probably laid eggs.
Yes.
Because she's not trying to retreat at all.
Oh, there we go, okay.
Oh, you got her?
So that's the biggest thing, is because you can see that she'll start to slow down, and you can tell when she's really getting stressed. So she was starting to get stressed, so that's why I said, okay, let's get serious here, take her by the tail, and that kind of resets them, and then gets her in the water.
Well,
so again,
start digging.
So even as of yesterday, she has done so much because, I mean, I can never make it look this nice. So we kind of tried to mend it back together, but it's nothing like this. So she definitely did a lot overnight. So that's another great indicator that she has laid. All right, so guys, we have located the nest, and she has laid them dead center of the nest here, and pretty shallow actually. That is not an egg, but this
pearly white
is a Chinese alligator egg, guys.
They're tiny.
Tiny little things. And what another great thing that's really making me happy about these eggs is in the prior years, they were actually U-shaped almost. Definitely had a bit of a curve to them, and it was noticeable. Whereas this, every single year that she lays is a better and better year. So these eggs are looking fantastic. I cannot be happier. And hopefully she has more fertility this year. And
more fertility than the Nile.
Yeah, and a bigger clutch. So even in this one, you can see there's a little bit of U-shape to it, a tiny bit. I can feel it with my fingers, but nothing close to what it was like before. See, here's the sand trick. Oh my God. There's actually, there's a lot of eggs in here. This is incredible.
So there's 6.
12, right?
Yeah.
So last year she actually laid 12, right?
She did. Yep.
And we're already at 7.
We're already at 7, and there's a lot more to go.
She's come back up.
Here, there's a lot of eggs, guys. There's a lot of eggs.
So there's 10.
You need another bin?
No. Here we go. We got another pocket here.
Now, how exciting is this for you, Cal?
Oh, it's incredible because
it's a big deal.
Oh my God, there's a lot more.
Wow. Well, can you see them? Sorry. How close are you getting? Well, this might be the only footage of a Chinese alligator nest online.
Yeah.
You see any banding on there?
So again, this is something that, you know, was started here, and it went from infertile eggs, completely oblong shaped, to now look at them. I mean, it's a big clutch.
They're still coming?
Clutch. Yeah, they're still coming.
Wow. She is getting good at this. And guys, one of the amazing things too is, like we've mentioned in other videos, Chinese alligators are actually critically endangered. There's less than 200 left in the wild. And before Kyle started producing them, and I believe one other facility in the US, was that down in Texas?
Yep.
So before that, which was 3 years ago, they haven't been produced in the US in 25 years. So this is a huge accomplishment. And if you can see that right there, that's a lot of eggs. So there's a lot of potential here for more Chinese alligators being reproduced and in the captivity. So she's actually popping up right now. Let me get back over there.
And what I learned too last time is she actually did, she laid 2 different pockets of eggs. So, I mean, granted there was a lot of eggs there, but I'm gonna tear this nest apart just a little further and make sure I don't miss anything, because again, every egg counts here. I mean, there was a real healthy group in there. And guys, you know, there's not, in the greenhouse here, there's not much rain, so it is drier. So it's amazing how she's pulling in this foliage, and it is damp. So it's amazing how even when it's super dry in here, they know how to get the humidity, the proper percentage for a healthy incubation process. So I think we have gotten all the eggs. Just double checking here. I mean, it would be awesome to watch her artificially incubate them, but
Or naturally incubate them?
yeah, sorry, naturally incubate them, but you know, these are critically endangered species, so I'd rather just play it safe.
Everyone counts.
It does. All right, guys, so I'm gonna put this nest back together. She has been great. Even though it's hard to fight them off, it's great to see that spirit in them. It's great to see them being such great parents. And that's what I love about crocodilians. Another thing that I love about them is that they are just so maternal.
Let's get those up here and get a count on them. So what do we have?
1, 2, 3. 17.
17 eggs? Dude, that's huge.
That's awesome. I mean, again, every year just gets better and better and better. And better with a tooth.
All right, guys, so what we're gonna do now is what we've done with all the other eggs. We're gonna actually go inside, candle them, and check for fertility. So let's hop in there. All right, guys, so we're in the baby building, and we have the eggs here. So now they're gonna go through a little bit different of a process. So Kyle's actually gonna show you what he does for these eggs to enable best success for hatching. So what do you got set up here, Kyle?
So we've got a little water that's around the incubation temperature. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dip them in here, clean them off, because there's a lot of sand, a lot of dirt and gunk. So I'd rather just have them as clean as possible to go in the incubator, because again, just making sure that artificial incubation is nice and pristine. And then I'll put them in the vermiculite here, which is already moistened. So as you can see there, that is too wet, because you don't want it to drip at all. So when
So you just want to clump up then?
Yep, so you want to clump, and then when you squeeze as hard as you can, it doesn't drip. So that was definitely too wet. So what you do is you just add a little bit more and lower that. Let's try again. You see there's no drip?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Believe it or not, guys, I was getting a lot of bugs in the incubator. I don't know why. I was always just doing the same thing, cleaning them down super good, checking the substrate. So I actually put a screen like this, so even if there are bugs in the incubator, it's fully sealed up, but they still can have airflow. So I've also, I've had success with that. So again, everyone has their own way of incubating eggs, but it's something that's always worked for me. I'm gonna take these gloves off because the reason I'm not gonna wear gloves for once is because I can't really check the water temp with the gloves on, so I just wanna make sure the water temp stays a good temperature.
I feel like we're in a cooking show right now.
Yeah. We'll clean them off. So you can see these things really shine when you get them clean.
So I mean, you clean them off, but you don't like sanitize them.
No, you don't have to sanitize them, but just a good wipe.
Because there is still a little dirt on them, but
oh yeah,
that's fine.
Obviously, these are easy to incubate, out in the wild, so you got to remember that they up there for now.
There's the first pearly white egg.
So you can see the difference between that and this. Just to knock off the top, clean them up a little bit. Sometimes just get them a little wet, rub the dirt around, dunk it back in, polish them off, and they are ready for the incubator.
All right, guys, so since these eggs are so new, they were just actually laid last night. They haven't started the banding process yet, which usually kicks in a day or two after. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put these guys in the incubator, we'll come back, we'll check it. Unlike the Nile eggs where we did candle those, but they had been sitting for a few days and there wasn't banding, we're pretty confident those are infertile. These are just gonna take a few days. So we'll come back, we'll check on these, and we'll see the banding.
Perfect, sounds good.
All right, we'll see you in a couple days, guys. So I know we said we were gonna wait a couple days. We ended up waiting about a week and a half. So let's go ahead and check out the eggs because it's actually kind of cool. We don't even need a flashlight to see it. We got some banding going on, right, Kyle?
Yeah, so you can see the banding, which indicates fertile eggs just to the naked eye. So you can see just here, you can definitely see even in the camera where that one there, the big solid white band, that one there, that one here, and sometimes they're off-centered, and then like this one, you can see this off-centered, and more like this one are very centered.
Dude, that is so prominent. That's crazy. They can just see fertility just looking at the egg.
And what's funny too is I've noticed is in the previous egg laying processes, she's had U-shaped eggs, and it's funny because like the ones that are more U-shaped, like this one and this one, are infertile, but there's also one. This one has a little bit of that U-shape to it, but it is fertile. So it seems like the more U-shaped ones are
just have some lower fertility.
Yeah, it does seem like that way. Whereas you can see the nicer eggs, like this one here, is really really good indicator of it being fertile.
So just off the bat, it looks like the majority of them are fertile. I mean, it looks like only like 6 are infertile or possibly infertile. I mean, we're not candling them, but they don't have to show the banding.
Yeah, so I'd say probably about roughly 6 that look to be infertile. That look to be. It doesn't mean they're not. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us. Another episode of Primitive Predators.
Yeah, and if you like today's episode, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also follow us on Instagram at Primitive Predators. But also check out the new merchandise we got going on. As you can see, Kyle has 0.
I'm still waiting on my order.
We're waiting on someone to come in. If you've ordered, guys, just keep in mind with this COVID thing, it's kicked all of our shipping back. We're even waiting for some more products. It's going to take a couple weeks. But appreciate you guys being patient. Go check it out, though. It's primitivepredators.com, and I'll put the link down below. We'll see you on the next one.
She's already here. Hey.